So I didn't get the chance to clean up for you guys, but these are some of the figures that I've painted. This one is actually the one that I'm most proud of. Just something that I will do while watching a TV show or just my off time. With tabletop gaming, it's kind of fun to be able to have your own pre-painted mini to play with, because it kind of lets you visualize things better and actually works with the mechanics in a good way. There's a lot. The event today, Rolling for Red Nose Day, it's actually happening on Red Nose Day through Comic Relief and the Foundation Red Nose Day. I was given the opportunity to help organize this thing through Brandon Tharp, Brandon the DM on TikTok. He wanted to run a charity game ever since Myles, Wyatt, and my Sports Illustrated article came out last year. We're trying to raise money to fight childhood poverty through t-shirt sales, poster sales, and a silent auction, which you can see all these things right here are all our silent auction pieces. But the silent auction has started, I think, on Monday night, and we've raised nearly $5,000 so far. And I think on top of that, with right around $6,000 in ticket sales, we've already surpassed our goal of $10,000. So I'm hoping that, get even more funds raised tonight. Okay, I think it's just time to start bringing stuff out. I think there's gonna be stuff for people who aren't just D&D nerds out there. If you're a Browns fan and you're watching, which I hope you do, I think there will be some stuff for you to enjoy as well. Because it's all gonna be enjoyable. Even if you're not a D&D nerd, I think you're gonna really enjoy it. But there will be some inside jokes for the Browns fans for sure. Hello, hello. Look how cool this place looks.
Today's event is honestly a little unreal. I made a TikTok about 6 months ago, back in November of last year, when I saw a news article about Johnny, Myles, and I think Wyatt playing D&D together.
Like, somebody tell me what I gotta do to play D&D with Myles Garrett. You know how awesome that would be? Like, do you have any idea how fun of a one-shot I could make that is Cleveland Browns themed?
And I had a bunch of people from my community actually start reaching out to different, football players like on the Browns and played D&D, and Johnny was one that got back to one of my community followers, and we've been talking ever since.
Johnny just showed up one day while I was working, and we had a beer and just kind of chatted about it. And after that, it was very clear that this was going to be great. There's no doubt that there's NFL players who are nerds, and it's nice to see where we all kind of overlap with each other.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Hey, it's nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm pretty nice to meet you.
Good playing with you again. Of course.
I feel like I need to sign with my old volleyball number. Calm down.
Iffy and Abria are both avid D&D players that are in the D&D community and the D&D world. So to have those two here on top of having some NFL players here, it's kind of a wild night.
Hey guys, let's ready up.
First up, we have Browns polo guard.
You're nervous? So nervous.
Wyatt Teller.
Doesn't even have lead.
A D&D nerd that's just as big as the rest of us, and also the fullback for the Cleveland Browns, Johnny Stanton.
When I ran down through the aisleway at the very beginning, I had butterflies.
The best defensive end in the NFL, Myles Garrett. Our adventure takes place on the eastern coast of Taldore, in the realm of Exandria. It is 5 years after the Chroma Conclave, an event which caused the destruction of many homes and civilizations. Despite this destruction, refugees came together over the last 5 years to build new homes and cities, one of which being the city of Clevelandia.
That was the first time I've played in front of people, probably the 10th time I've ever played D&D. So it was kind of cool to experience and see, there were pros right next to me, sitting next to me. It was a cool experience. This is Beans on my shoulder. Beans is a good boy. He kind of yells at me a little bit too much, so we'll see if I can pay attention.
We should eat the souls of the devils that are inside the tavern.
My character is a chromatic black dragon. He's a samurai. He has a great sword, and his name is Zax. Zax gets sacks and he breaks backs.
My name is Highwater. Hail or high water. I came up with Hell or High Water because I thought it was a funny pun. And then I kind of built the character out from there. The little small jokes go a long way. So that and kind of Cleveland Browns kind of like jokes about like, referencing Dog Pound or like referencing the windmill outside of the stadium. The crowd was eating it up, and I think Hell or High Water was a good choice.
Look, friend, it's real best if you back off right now because you don't realize what this Dog Pound can do.
Myles rolling the deception check in real life was very fun. At the very end of the game, he rolled a D20 and beat Brandon to lie and say that he rolled a natural 20 to kind of finish off the bad guys with his samurai sword.
Hey, Myles, what'd you roll? I rolled a Dog Pound, that's 20! I can't ask for better. No, I want to be the guy who, you put the ball in his hands, put the sword in his hands, he's going to get the job done.
Thank you, Dire Dog, so much for saving this city. If it was not for you, then we surely would have been doomed.
You want to be a finisher in everything. You want to be able to say, you're a closer, you're the guy who gets it done. I want it to always be me, no matter what it is.
About to get real competitive.
Where that little dot at?
Last Thursday, Coach Stefanski, gave us a day to, build team chemistry. Took us to the courts over there, with the Cleveland Cavaliers, and that was a blessing. We got on the bus and, got to free throws and 3-point shots and things like that. And
there you go, boy. Hey, need four. Hey, we on your team now. Hey, go, boy.
JB Bickerstaff's a good friend, and they were such gracious hosts. They really allowed us the run of the courts there for a little while, and they were critiquing some of the shots from our guys, which was fun to see.
Money on set.
So Commissioner Brew really spearheaded that effort, and he broke them up into 4 teams and put them on 4 different courts and had a foul shooting contest and found the top 4 of that group. And then they went to a 3-point contest, and Jacoby Brissett came out on top, and it was pretty impressive. And I think what was cool was watching Jacoby shoot, and the whole time he's talking trash to his teammates. And he was focused on the job, but he was also having fun.
It's always good to have that opportunity to be able to build team chemistry. It's very important that it translates on the field.
All right, good evening, everybody. We're going to shift gears here, and if you've noticed on the screens in the building, right, when we first got together on April 19th, okay, if you remember, it was snowing. What did the screen say? The work, okay? When we started OTAs, you got another shirt in your locker. What did it say on that one? Compete, okay? We're going to shift gears here now. If you've noticed on the screens today, we're shifting gears now into team.
Two time.
Oh, my bad.
Nah, that's in. Nah, that's in.
We're competing, baby. That's what it's all about at the end of the day. You know, we had a lot of fun out there today, running around, you know, just competing against each other, and we just got to keep building on that, and I think great things will happen here.
All right now, Jacob. Okay. Hey, Clowney, don't play with me, dog. Oh my God. Here you go, here you go. Here you go. Here you go. You cut me out. Why you do that? I knew it was coming. It's so funny when you took a little step to the inside. Oh.
You know, I'm trying to get back into form with them and create something special. You know, it's different each year, but you know, you can't let the standard drop, can't let that technique go anywhere. It's really just building the camaraderie between each other. That's what really takes things to the next level.
I'm sorry, I knocked it out of line, boy. Take your time, take your time. Talk about building a brand. Yes, sir. Oh, my bad. No, get in here, get in here. Get your shine, get your shine. Oh, you mic'd up? This for the wifey, this for the wifey. She want to see you on the tube.
I think we made a lot of progress, and as far as chemistry, a lot of these guys this year, I feel like they can come to me or I can go to them for anything. I have their back and they have mine. And I've had some great teammates along the way, but I just feel like this group of guys is solid all the way through.
1, 2, 3.
We're so lucky, the 31 other teams don't have the Pro Football Hall of Fame in their backyard. They can't jump on a bus and head down there. So we'd be crazy not to utilize that to our advantage. And it's such a cool museum. It's a great setup to have practice down there. So it really just, the stars aligned, if you will. Had a brief workout, but the guys worked hard in some pretty hot weather.
This trip is about the team, okay? It's about the team. It's about understanding what came before us, so that we, as Cleveland Browns, all right, can be the best versions of ourselves, all right? Team on 3. 1, 2, 3.
The best show in football opened in 1946. Most of the performers were returning war veterans. 3 years before Robinson broke the color line in baseball, middle guard Bill Willis and fullback Marion Motley were among the first black athletes to play major league sports. Browns signed the best players, regardless of their race or religion.
We got to learn about our past as the Cleveland Browns, got to learn about the history of this National Football League, and then maybe most importantly, we heard the story of the Forgotten Four. We're fortunate to have Bob Glauber and Keyshawn Johnson join us and do a presentation on Marion Motley and Bill Willis and their role in breaking the color barrier in pro football.
This story needs to be told. And just to give you an idea of how important it was, Paul Brown was the founder of your franchise in 1946. But in 1946, Paul Brown signed Bill Willis and Marion Motley as the only 2 black players in the All-American Football Conference. There were no black players, as Rich said, in the NFL, none, from 1933 to 1945, 0. And it began the period of reintegration in pro football that we see today, where the National Football League is 70% African American. There was a game in Miami. Cleveland Browns playing the Miami Seahawks, it was. And before the game, Paul Brown got several letters. He got letters that said, if Bill Willis and Marion Motley come to Florida to play in this game, they will be killed. Bill Willis and Marion Motley got their game checks from Paul Brown. Paul said, he didn't tell him what the deal was. He told him, we don't need you for this game. Gave him $500, their check. Told him, we'll see you when we get back. It was illegal in the state of Florida for black players to play against white players or with white players on the same field. Illegal. And that's why these men, brave men, are to be commended for finally breaking the color barrier permanently in pro football.
You know, Marion only lost 3 high school games. We went to Canton, McKinley. The 3 high school games he lost was against the Massillon Tigers, coached by Paul Brown. That was when Paul Brown was a high school coach.
You know, what those guys had to go through when they were the first, African Americans to play in American football. Just to hear the history of that and what they had to go through and what they had to overcome, it's definitely eye-opening. And to know that they played for the Cleveland Browns is definitely something special and something that, I think we all are going to play with on our backs.
Yeah, I talked to him. What's up, it's your boy Jakeem Dream Great, aka Mr. No Speed Limit. What up, YouTube? Yeah, exactly. What up, YouTube? What's up, YouTube? What up, YouTube?
What it do, YouTube? It's your boy G. What up, YouTube? Sunset Madden. Once again, David Bell, Sunset Madden.
Yep. Please don't get him on my YouTube channel. He don't say nothing. He don't say a word. D-Bell don't say anything. But he a rapper. Ain't no way I play in that. What is his name? Bane? Or what's his name? He got a jock strap on his nose.
That was 1892. Around those, man. What is this?
I don't know what that is. You let somebody route you up the knee, Greg? You let somebody route you up and down? He talking about, I hope not. Preef. Looking forward to this season to see what me and Preef can do. Me and Preef already have goals set. Now we have a great relationship, and he pushes me. And just to be able to see him here in the Hall of Fame building, it speaks volume about the guy. And I already had my own personal opinion about him, which is great. And so just seeing that makes it even better. And it just makes you want to do everything you can to get to this spot. And that's what I'm doing. And I won't stop at nothing until I get it. Preef gonna help me.
Okay, so great job yesterday down at the Hall of Fame. I thought that you guys did a great job with practice. Obviously it was brief, but just getting it down there, working together, being a part of that program at the team meeting, hearing some history lessons I thought was great for all of us to hear, and getting to see what's come before us, whether it was Cleveland Brown related, NFL related. I thought it was a great, great, great day, and I appreciate you guys. Okay, what did we talk about back on April 19th? We said a 9-week program, safe, competitive, and fun. Safe, competitive, and fun. What were our goals? Come together as a team, reteach and relearn the systems, skill development. So way back, April 19th. Anybody remember it? Who remembers April 19th, walking in that building? It was cold, right? It's 90 or whatever it is out there. It was cold and it was snowing. But we came in and we got our work done. And it was impressive to watch. Okay, so phase 1, really just that strength program. Okay, that's where it started. Transitioned into phase 2, where we could get out on the field, get out working together. I hope you've been having fun. I hope we have been coming together as a team by being together, okay? And that's what this is about. Getting around each other, being together, coming together as a team. I don't know any other way to do it than to be together, and you guys have done a great job at that. What's that number? First game. 87 days until week 1 at Carolina, okay? Is it a big number? Is it a small number? That's perspective, okay? So we have work to do. Today is including that work. So let's have a great day. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you out there.
Just thought it was the right thing to do the last day of camp to get down to our stadium. You always want the players to feel comfortable with the sight lines and the locker room and those type of things. And year in and year out, you always have new players. Obviously, you have a rookie class and you have free agents and those type of things. So you want the guys to be comfortable with it.
I heard you're pretty good in golf, too.
No, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Look, you can win this.
I'm the golfer.
So who's the best golfer in this video? No, hell no. Hell no.
I'm 2.
Nah, boy, you're not better than me, Deshaun. Deshaun, you're not better than me.
Yes, I am.
Nah.
So
you might be a pusher.
Daz will be one.
He's
one.
A better non-putter.
I'm a better punter. And what you call the when you hit the irons, you can drive better than me.
But you can't hit the iron zone.
What is it called when you hit the iron? Come on, man. He better than me.
Deshaun, he does a good job of compartmentalizing everything. Kind of first guy in the building, last guy out. He's all about football, and he relates well and treats his teammates well.
I'll see you, 7. Yep. 180. What's that? Good catch, boy.
He's come a really long way in a 9-week program, and we really started at the square one, and we started with how we call things and the cadence and those type of things. So there's no secret to how you do this. You just got to keep your head down and work really hard at it. And Deshaun and all the quarterbacks in that room learned a new offense in 9 weeks. And I'm really confident in how those guys worked to get a great understanding of what we want to get done.
In terms of what's next as we approach training camp, really we may have some minor roster pruning over the next several weeks, but it really is taking a little bit of time to recharge and unplug. Obviously, we still do have potentially a few outstanding decisions in the quarterback room. So that's something that will certainly be potentially top of mind as we break. But the primary focus is a little bit of rest and relaxation.
So yeah, today is the first day of vest check-in. Back in the land, oh man. I've always loved it. I've always been very thankful to do great things here. So I'm very excited. It's a new team, new energy, and I think everybody's pretty excited as well.